Hey everybody, Rick here from Save vs. BS. Now, you think you're running old school random encounters. You're probably not. You're probably just tossing a few goblins on the road and calling attention. But really, you're just afraid to let the dice ruin your prep. And that's not running the game, that's running away from the game. Let's talk about how most people use random encounters. You roll a die, you skim a table, you drop in a fight, you maybe throw a bone with a morale check or some treasure if you're feeling generous. You're doing it because the rules say to do it. Or maybe you read it on some blog or some YouTube video. You might have been told it adds tension. But you're not using it as a tool, you're using it as filler. If your random encounter does not change the player's plans, cost them something dear, or at the bare minimum, scare the hell out of them, why are you doing it? The whole point of random encounters in old school games, in OSR style design, in any dungeon crawl that actually works, is not to add flavor, it's to add pressure. The roll isn't a prompt, it's a punishment. It forces urgency, it forces choice. Every torch that burns out, every ration devoured, every step deeper into the dungeon comes at a cost. And that cost escalates. That's the point. Do you want your random encounters to matter? Here's how you do that. First, build tables that disrupt the game, that don't decorate the game. This isn't a Christmas tree. Half of the results shouldn't even be combat. They should create pressure. A bloated corpse, a rotten wagon wheel, a rival party found dead. Those things add tension. Contextualize the rest. A troll in the forest? Boring. How about a troll pulling a cart full of burned children's toys coming from the village that you just left? Roll your dice in the open. Every time you roll behind the screen, you are telling your players you are trying to protect your setting and nothing bad happens here. And they'll play like nothing bad happens here. Let me give you a real example from my table. Last session, the party gets split. Everybody knows, don't split the party. Caleb, he plays a Deathbringer. He ends up alone at the front door of the Titheman's house. Inside, 2 mastiffs, not just guard dogs. I'm talking starved, feral, locked inside for days. And I built this encounter to kill, not to challenge, to murder. This encounter was designed to punish the players for splitting up. Meanwhile, up on the roof, the thief and the plague doctor, they're making their move. They're ready, they're quiet. Johnny's gonna swing back and kick in the window. Caleb, he kicks in the front door at the same time. 2 mastiffs come flying at him, full sprint, midair. Caleb raises his sword and swings. Natural 20. Then he rolls a 10, plus 10 more, 20 total damage. He beheads both of them in one swing. The table went feral, shouting, laughing. They could not believe it. I didn't even know who these people were. They were so pumped. That moment wasn't planned, it wasn't fair, and it could have, hell, it should have gone the other way. But the dice have their own plans, so don't be afraid of encounters. That is what a great encounter feels like. It is definitely not balanced. Somehow, he survived. So stop using random encounters like side quests. They're not content, they are not consequences. When the dice say something happens, don't ask how to fit it in, ask how to make it hurt. You are not the player's savior. You are the world's teeth, so start biting. This is Save vs. BS. I'm Rick, and I ruin sessions for fun. See you next time.